I was in Brazil with a missions team 25 years ago, and we were doing VBS at a local church, and there was this boy. He was a bad boy. He was possibly the worst boy I've ever met in my life, at least at that age. He couldn't have been more than 6 or 7 years old, but man, he was so violent, so bad. You know, I got kicked in the crotch trying to work with this kid, right? He was so bad. To the point where one of our mission team members, she, like not joking, she really suspected he might have been demon possessed because he was so bad. And you know what the people over there did? The Christians over there, they, after all the abuse that they took from him, they all surrounded him and they gave him gifts. They gave him gifts and they told him that they loved him. Hey, we love you. We love you and we're praying for you. And they kind of surrounded him and they hugged him. Okay? And I mean, I couldn't understand everything that they were saying in Portuguese, but I could see this kid's heart beginning to kind of change after receiving all this grace. And it was really one of the most beautiful displays of God's grace I've ever seen in my life. Matthew chapter 5, verse 44 and 45. But I say to you, love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you, so that you may be sons of your Father who is in heaven. For he makes his sun rise on the evil and on the good, and sends rain on the just and on the unjust. Here, Jesus is not saying love your enemies in order to make yourself into a child of God. Rather, he's saying showing love and grace to your enemies proves that you are a child of God, because that's the kind of grace we've received. We were enemies of God, freely forgiven through the blood of Christ. How can such people be vengeful towards those who sin against us?